what's up you guys, this is Rob from Gay Guy Plays, and today we're going to be digging through Devstream 86 for some sick beats amongst other upcoming releases. Okay, so before we dive in, I'm just going to give you a heads up. There's a lot of things to talk about, however many of the things are still currently in testing or are in discussion, so just remember that nothing is set in stone. Now, let's start off with the juiciest info from the Devstream, all of the Bardframe teases. First and foremost, can we get a collective motherfucking cheer for D.E. Danielle who did the agile animation for the Bardframe? Get it, girl, you go work that shit out. They said there would never be dancing in Warframe, but if this ain't it, I don't know what is. Moving along, they've got some very interesting things in process. First and foremost, they teased the next version of the step sequencer. Keep in mind that the sounds that you hear are still currently placeholders, but even at this stage, it sounds damn good. There's also a lot of talk of tying Bardframe's abilities to the step sequencer, such as attributing damage to beats. More frequent beats will result in lower, more consistent damage, while bigger, less frequent beats will pulse out larger bursts. They're also testing out buffs based on attacking enemies on beats, and playing around with an ability which will scale off of how noisy an area is. That one sounds a little bit wonky, but as I stated, they are currently just playing around with things. So, if I'm gonna be realistic with you, I don't think we're gonna be seeing this frame anytime this month, and maybe not even until the middle of next month at the earliest. However, they do seem to be doing their best to really flesh out the Bardframe, with talks about global BPMs that will allow multiple Bardframes to sync up, giving players the ability to pass out codes that contain songs that they've created so that other players can use them or edit them for their own Bardframe, as well as a frame-specific animation that allows a Bardframe to play their equipped song to completion in social areas. But do not worry, for those of you who are musically inept, they are making presets available so you don't have to ruin anyone's ears and lose all of your friends. So keep an eye out, as Bardframe will possibly be coming to a Cephalon Suda near you. Speaking of things that are not here yet but are on their way, the Valkyr Prime trailer is making progress but won't be in before the end of January. The helmet charger is looking gorgeous, but at this stage is still concept art. Side note on that one, they are talking about possibly providing more unique precepts, but that is just talk for now. Continuing that trend, they quickly revisited what they referred to as Baby's First Sentinel, and teased its potential precepts as being able to steal health or shields from the enemy and transfer them onto your Warframe. Honestly, depending on the scaling, that may actually work insanely well with some of the higher armor frames. So you never know, you may be bringing Baby's First Sentinel out into endgame missions with you. Moving along, we've got our first look at Nullifiers and their new drones. These drones scale the Nullifier bubble to the ceiling size of the area the Nullifier is currently occupying, which means that less popping through walls should occur. From the gameplay that they previewed, it also seemed like killing these drones would permanently destroy the Nullifier's ability to produce a shield. But as I stated, this was previewed in a test room, so this might not be the case when it goes live. Hand in hand with that, we also got a look at the new Corpus Javelin, which shoots an opticore-like beam and upon being thrown tethers all enemies to it within range, periodically shocking them. This one definitely sounds like a lot of fun, but I am quite curious to see exactly how potent that shock is going to be, because I personally feel that it'll be the deal breaker on the weapon's efficacy. Now, speaking about other pretty things, we got a sneak peek of the new Inaros alternate helmet, which honestly looks pretty damn dope. As much as I like the Anubis helmet, it might be a nice swap out in case you're tired of looking at puppies. No time frame for this one, but it looks about done, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it sometime soon. In addition, they also touched on the new deluxe skins. Apparently, Chroma is almost done, while Zephyr is only being worked on as a passion project by another member of the team, so it is the furthest off from the bunch, which leaves Mag somewhere in the middle. However, while we wait, a new batch of Tenogen skins has been approved. I'm personally very excited for Felon Hazmat's new signed on, and I can't wait to experiment with all of the new skins. Last time we really didn't get too many, we just got a couple accessories here and there, but this time around we've got a whole slew of them. Next up, there were talks about some changes that are coming to Sorties. First off, they're going to be adding a new Sortie exclusive I-10 sculpture that will be replacing the 2000 Endo reward. At its base, it will be worth 2000 Endo, and can be socketed with stars to increase its worth. In addition, the Sortie's mission variety will be expanded, including the Kuva Fortress Assault type and the Infested Salvage. There was even talks about including Arcwing missions in the future, but only after they fleshed out the systems a bit more. So don't worry, I honestly don't think we're going to be seeing those anytime soon. Lastly, they did quickly touch on improving the quote-unquote deck shuffling, as they called it, which will prevent you from getting the same reward too many times in a row, which is great if you keep getting lenses, but kinda shitty if you happen to be on a Riven spree. Now, the final bit of info info that I wanted to share was the fact that they have scrapped the Syndicate assassination system, as it simply felt more like taking on a glorified Samara's target that lacked any form of long-term engagement. So at this point they are going to be testing out a clan-based system which centers around an enemy cell led by a kingpin with unique AI and abilities which will trickle down to their sergeants and lieutenants. Note that there will be different cells at different clan sizes, and they are also taking a look at the reward system attached to it. So if you haven't figured out your clan shit after the whole HEMA release, I suggest you start now, because it's looking like this new system will stress teamwork more than ever before. So that about does it for this installment. Let me know what you guys think about some of the proposed abilities for Bardframe. Are they doing too much, or are you excited for her potential? In addition, is DE Danielle the sleeper hottie of the Warframe crew, or is she completely eclipsed by Steve and his pink shorts? Let me know in the comments below and we can get it #confirmed. So thank you all for watching this installment. If you haven't already caught it, be sure to check out my previous episode of The Daily Grind where we discuss cheesy Warframes, as well as my most recent quick draw on the OMA. Now don't forget to do all the things that I ask you to do at the end of every one of these, and as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll chat with you guys soon. Bye-bye!